Welcome in, Dark Hearts. I'm Wolfie.
And Mooney, and this is your Nerd Network News.
It's Throwback Thursday, and since Adult Swim has gifted us with another sneak peek at the upcoming Rick and Morty anime, we figured now would be a great time to go back and look at the 5 shorts that started it all. We're talking Samurai and Shogun Parts 1 and 2, Rick and Morty vs. Genocider, Summer Meets God, and the great yokai battle of Akihabara.
Samurai and Shogun Parts 1 and 2 are heavily inspired by anime from the early thousands. Anything with samurai in it, you knew was going to be a gore fest. The Shogun Rick and Morty voice actors reprised their roles from the Japanese dub of the animated series. The Great Yokai Battle of Akihabara was an interesting episode to say the least, but it had its moments. Not the greatest ones, but it had its moments. In this episode, I feel like it was heavily inspired by Vegeta sacrificing himself in the Buu Saga. The explosion looked very similar. What do you think, guys? Tell us in the comments.
And with that, we circle back around to shorts 2 and 3, which are going to be the foundation of the upcoming 10-episode Rick and Morty anime. Rick and Morty vs. Genocider was very close to a standard Rick and Morty episode. Other than 2 outstanding features, we had Rick being actually kind and understanding with Morty, which took us by surprise.
Absolutely by surprise.
While still keeping the crude humor throughout both of these shorts, there's a softer approach, and I gotta say, I kinda am liking this a bit more than the standard show. Love the standard show, but its weakest point is just going back to the I hate you Morty well way too often. Not to mention that Rick and Morty vs. Genocider and Summer Meets God took us completely by surprise with how genuinely insightful that they made Rick, and me and Mooney are just sitting there like, when did Matt Groening take the wheel of Rick and Morty? This is making us think and feel. I didn't come to Rick and Morty to think and feel, but now I love it. Summer Meets God is the wildest of the shorts. It's all over the place, and I'd have to say I'd compare the experience of watching it to any time you've started a movie late at night and you kept falling asleep during the movie, so the next day you just remember a few scenes strung together that are void of any context of what happened throughout the movie.
I can recall a few times that I've done that, and it's not very fun.
Honestly, I'm really glad that it was Takashi's 2 shorts that were chosen as the basis for the upcoming anime. The Samurai and Shogun episodes do have some interesting concepts that would be cool to explore or expand on, but frankly, I'm not sure how much farther they could go with it other than a full-length movie, which knowing Adult Swim, they just might.
Dark Hearts, don't forget, you can message all of our socials now to be entered to win one of 3 pairs of passes to Convergence 2024, and tune in tomorrow for the winner's livestream to find out if you've won. You can also use the code DARKHEART24 for $15 off your admission. We really hope to see you there. Other than later this year, there's no release date yet for the Rick and Morty anime, but knowing how Toonami and Adult Swim are, they'll probably just drop it out of nowhere. And until then, Dark Hearts, 10 likes gets you a free picture. NNN would like to thank our listeners for tuning in.
Make sure you like and subscribe to DarkHeart_Studios on YouTube and follow our socials for full video versions of NNN, interviews, and live event coverage.
Thanks for listening, Dark Hearts. This is Mooney.
And Wolfie, signing off.